You might be decorating your home and preparing your dinner menus, but have you thought about your holiday outfits yet? Brianna Moye is here today to teach you about some of the latest trends. Welcome to ciLiving.
Hi, thank you so much for having me today.
So, all right, you have dressed me for today's show in this fantastic jacket with a pop of color, but can you tell us a little bit about what is trending right now for the holiday season?
Yeah, absolutely. So I did bring a few things that just kind of like a little bit of what we're seeing for right now, but the four main things that we have coming into the store are fringe, sparkles, because who doesn't love sparkles for the holidays, and then we have faux leather and velvet. So all four of those are very popular for this holiday season, but what a lot of people don't know is that actually White House Black Market is not just for more formal wear or more business professional, but we actually do have a lot of casual wear that can be slightly elevated to whatever you want to wear it out to.
And so let's talk about the velvet for a second, because I remember when I was in probably like 6th grade maybe, I had like a little velvet dress, and I feel like by the time I was in like 8th grade, it was like, you can't ever wear that velvet dress again.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's come full circle. So can you talk a little bit about why fashion kind of does that, and sort of how you know if you should hang on to something for the couple of years till it comes back in?
Yeah, absolutely. So velvet has totally come full circle. I personally have not seen any velvet dresses quite yet in the store, but we have 2 velvet suits right now. So it is a blazer, we have velvet tops, and then we do have velvet pants to go with the suit. So we have black and navy blue as far as the suit, and then for the velvet tops we have a variety of colors. But it is kind of crazy to see how fashion just kind of does that. It just kind of goes full circle with the amount of things. So usually I like to say if it's popular for about 6 months and then it kind of feeds out, it will come back and it will be popular again. I know jelly shoes made a comeback for a little bit.
Yes.
Converse made a comeback for a little bit. I know we're kind of slowly getting back into the 2000s Y2K with Pink coming out with their fold over pants again.
Sure.
And then who knows, maybe eventually low rise will be back in style.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and like the flares are coming back, which I love.
Flares are very popular right now.
And so then let's look at some of the pieces that you've brought. So do we want to like open some up and see like kind of what pairs with what?
Yeah, so I just brought a bunch of random kind of style pieces. So this first one is one of our new denim jackets. It definitely has that sparkle, so if you would like to dress it up or dress it down, you can. Usually what I would do is I would just kind of put this with like a nice little pair of probably like bootcut jeans and just like a simple tank underneath to wear out to dinner. Or if you kind of wanted to dress it up, you could use this over like a little bustier with some faux leather pants and some nice heels. And
so then this, I imagine, because it sparkles, is kind of supposed to be the focal point. So would you wear this with like flat, simple shoes, or would you wear this with like some kind of really flashy heels?
I definitely would wear this with either some plain flats or plain heels, and then have the focal point be to the jacket. And then not only, since the focal point will be the jacket, but it's also going to show a little bit more of like what is on your chest as well. So I would put it with like a little bit of a blingy necklace, but still simple.
Simple but blingy.
Yes.
Got it. And then what about this one?
Yeah, so this is one of the bustiers that we currently have, which actually this does go great with a nice pair of faux leather pants that we have seen people try on.
Yeah.
Or it just, you know, again, you can completely go casual with it if you would like to, and put it with a nice pair of dark denim jeans. So I did also bring faux leather pants in.
I was gonna say, let's hold it up with the faux leather pants, and I feel like you could almost do this with a leather skirt if you wanted to do it for like a New Year's. And
yes, we do have faux leather skirts as well. So we have a short option and a long option. We actually have 2 long faux leather skirts, but then we have 1 short one. But definitely like faux leather is kind of like all the thing right now. So that's not the only style that we have, but we have like full-blown leggings that you could put with a nice sweater with a little bling on the neckline. And then we also have some faux leather pants and faux leather shorts. That was actually very popular for the fall, and it looked really good with some of our sweaters.
I bet. And speaking of sweaters, we have this one, which is really cool. So this is an off the shoulder, I imagine?
Yes, this one is one of my favorites. It is one of our off the shoulder pieces with just a little bit of bling in the middle here. So just enough to kind of give it a little something, but still you have that option to pair it with jeans, or if you wanted to wear something nicer with it, you could do black pants or any other type of pant and wear some heels depending on what your event is.
Very good. And then I see that other pair of pants right there. Let's talk about these for a minute. What would, because I see pants like this sometimes that are a specific color or they're very patterned or something like that. And I'm always like, but what would because like even this I don't think necessarily would go with this sweater that I'm wearing. So what would I wear these pants with?
Yeah, so we have had actually a few. This is one of our only holiday animal print. We did have some traditional leopard like the jacket that I have you in, more for the fall, but we did want to go more with a snow leopard for the holidays. And I honestly think a plain, I would honestly suggest white, a plain white sweater or just a plain white, not t-shirt, but long sleeve will work great with this. And then from there you could do accessories with like maybe a bedazzled shoe with a matching purse, or, you know, add a little bit of chunkier jewelry. But the pants definitely make a statement all by themselves. So, and they're adorable. So.
They really are, and I feel like you could wear this with silver shoes, gold shoes, black shoes, whatever you
you can go every which way. And then one of the final items that I have is actually down there. This is one of our more comfy looks that we have.
Oh, look at this.
It is the softest thing that I have ever felt. So it is a off-the-shoulder one piece. It's kind of like a, not necessarily like a sweatsuit, but it is a one-piece romper type of deal that is a longer leg. It's super soft, falls off the shoulder. So if you want it to be super comfortable, like let's say you're going out to dinner for a date or with a girlfriend or something or other, you could just wear this. But if you wanted to make it elevated, then you could put it with like a nice little kitten heel, some nice necklaces, like layered necklaces with a simple pair of earrings, and then a cute little bag. So you're still very comfy, but you're quite elevated to where you want to be. So.
And that's a really good point. I'm glad you mentioned bag. What about like bags and scarves and things like that? I was gifted a scarf one time and I'm always like, what does this go with? When would I wear it? Because it's like not a scarf. It's like a, you know, silk fashion piece. So how do I know when it's appropriate?
So usually with scarves, I typically like to do a scarf with something that is a bit of a higher neck, just because there's not a lot going on up here, and so that is where you have the most freedom to actually see if you want to put a chunky necklace or like a long drop necklace or even a scarf and just kind of like wrap it around, or even do the infinity scarf that was popular all those years back.
Right.
So that is definitely what I would put a scarf with, is something that is a little bit higher neck, definitely a little bit more turtleneck side, because then you could also have the top part sticking out and then just the scarf kind of hanging, and then that's going to be your statement. And then as far as bags, it definitely does kind of depend on the outfit. I would say if you're going to do the one piece with some kitten heels, I would go for more of like a clutch. But then if you kind of want something for more like everyday wear, then I would go with your traditional like larger purse. So
larger bag.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Brianna. I have learned so much. I really appreciate you coming.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me. And then stop by White House Black Market. That's over at Marketplace Mall. And we have a lot more for you to see. So
wonderful.